Alan Ross, and I'm the managing editor of APC Technologies. We're here at the IRIS ODSR, which is Operator Driven Safety and Reliability Conference in Sarasota, Florida. We're sponsored by IRIS and SDT, and of course APC Technologies. We've done interviews with thought leaders and with practitioners of the operator-driven safety and reliability programs, and just the idea of changing the way we do what we do in maintenance and reliability in the marketplace. There's some fascinating interviews here. I hope you enjoy, and I hope you learn. My next guest is Mina Soliman. I've been at this conference with you, and you've been a delight. I've kind of looked over your shoulder as you were talking about some of the things that you're doing for your customers. But Mina, tell me a little bit about your background, how you got into this. You're from Egypt, your company's from Egypt, and here you are in Sarasota, Florida. Tell me a little bit about your background and how you got to where you are.
Okay, thank you, Alan, very much. It's a pleasure always to meet you. So, as you said, my name is Mina. I have been working in the field of condition monitoring and reliability for 18 years now.
18 years? You can't be in 18 years. You're too young.
I started early.
Yeah, that's good.
I got my passion with condition monitoring, started with vibration.
Okay.
Then oil analysis, thermography, ultrasound, got that all certified for. Been going around the Arab-speaking countries, teaching people about reliability, condition monitoring, what should you do, what you shouldn't do. So teaching is a big part of my passion. I like to teach people, help them to develop and evolve. Because I believe that the world needs more reliability engineers that really do the job.
Yeah, I'm with you, my man. Yeah, exactly.
So I'm trying to qualify people and teach them how to do the thing right, where are the rabbit holes they shouldn't go down, and how you should use tools around. Because I have seen more failures on reliability programs and condition monitoring programs than I have seen successes, and that's sad.
We're going to talk about that in a minute, but tell me now, you've started a company to do the training?
Yeah, well, because I believe so much that knowledge is power, and where I come from in Africa and Middle East, education is a big issue. I started a training academy, we call it Prime Gear Training Academy, and we help engineers and technicians develop their careers, get certifications, ISO certification, and all task-based trainings they need in all the fields of condition monitoring and reliability.
Okay. You have more trainers that work for you to do this?
We have 5 trainers actually. I'm one of them, and we have our own in-house development team where we develop our own curriculum sometimes and help our other companies to do so. We do tailored trainings. If a company needs a specific set of skills to be covered, we do that for them. And we're quite effective because the customers keep calling us back for more.
The best way to know that your customers value you is they continue to call you back. Good, we've done that. You started to get into it, but what I want you to do is think about what keeps your customers up at night. What are their issues that you're training their people to be able to avoid or develop or whatever? Yeah,
so there are main 2 issues that happen and keeps them up at night. So other sudden machine failures that cause them a lot of production losses and human behavior. There are 2 big areas that people are suffering, my customers are suffering from, and it could be a simple cable that is done a mistaken design that's causing a car manufacturer like 1 car per day out of service, and that's a lot of money. And the solution is need just to teach the operator how to detect that with a simple tool like a simple thermal camera, and all of a sudden they save themselves 2-3 cars lost per month just because of a cable is breaking down and they didn't know how to do it. So this kind of developing the operation, developing the maintenance team capabilities to align their time, and the operator is already there. He doesn't have to call the maintenance guy every time he has something broke down. So if he can do something, I teach him to do it. The other thing is also that I teach people that reliability is not your enemy. People hate what they don't know and are afraid from a change. So yeah, change is good in this time. You have to be part of it. You have to evolve. It's not taking your job away. It's not sending you back home. Actually, I'm changing the type of things you do. So instead of pushing the grease out of the bearing side, you're just going to put the right amount. You're going to save some time. I'm going to teach you to do something else.
Number one, this is so funny. People think, oh, you just keep greasing something up. The number one problem is no grease for a bearing. Number 2 problem is too much grease.
Too much grease, yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Exactly. And I have tons of cases, photos with thermography, ultrasound vibration. People is stuffing the grease of the bearing until it comes out by the shaft and think they've done a perfect job. Actually, you just damage the machine, you damage the bearing, you have both yourself a failure and downtime. It is like feeding a baby. So how a young baby is fed is every 4 hours he needs some food, a limited amount of food. This is the same exact idea of a bearing. Bearing needs some amount of grease on a period of time. And if you do it right, and the bearing can reach out the design life and even more. So that's simple.
So, like a baby, if you don't feed it, it screams. A bearing, if you don't do it screams.
It yells at you.
Does, yeah.
Exactly.
That's a good analogy. That's good.
Yeah.
We're here at a conference on reliability, operator-driven safety and reliability, which is, it's not that new, but it's new. Okay.
It is new.
So, from the reliability perspective, what have you heard at this conference that really resonates with you? That you're saying, hey, I'm going to go back and add this to my repertoire.
Oh yeah, that was a ground-changing idea. That's I believe in ODSR is going to change a lot in the industry, because I remember times when safety was not everybody's problem. So let's borrow a leaf from that book. And what happens in reliability now, so they have a reliability team, a condition monitoring team. They like lone rangers, lone wolves, screaming around the plant, nobody's listening. While, as we have discussed extensively in the conference, that operation is 20-1. They are the biggest team. They are always there with the machine. They are the one who are able to inspect and detect the failure modes in the very early moments, but they never report. They were never taught to report or detect.
Yeah.
So simple development for the operation people, and of course with safety, because operators, they don't like touching the machine, just push buttons and operate valves. So operation driven safety and reliability programs will change the game in reliability domain, because it is going to be everybody's responsibility. It's done safely, and it's going to eliminate a lot of failures, because you're starting with the operator. We have a lot of studies proving that most failures start by misoperating the machine. So we should go change their culture, teach them that it is their job to do their work safely and reliably. And that's an important part of them. And we have a lot of people have been ignoring to develop those operators, and they are been the stab in the back of the reliability program, but they never do it. So that's why it's going to be a game-changing card. If you start changing the culture of the operation team, the biggest team, reliability is going to be just one door ahead of you. Open it, that's it. Yeah. That's why I believe it's going to be very important.
You were doing a demonstration that I was looking over your shoulder and questioning you on. Talk about that a little bit. About it was a robotic welding, but it was operated by a human.
Yeah, exactly.
And what you found.
So it's a car manufacturing facility back in Egypt where I live. Okay. And the engineering manager calling me in because they have a problem with their OAE. They hit a ceiling and they couldn't break it. So I went around the facility. I had some tools with me. So I have one guy with a vibration analyzer. I have a thermal camera and an ultrasound device going around, trying to show him that it's not that difficult. But there's all little foxes running around your plant that's stealing your grapes. So
that's a great. Is that an Egyptian? Fox is stealing your grapes.
Exactly. Yeah. You have little foxes, and you build a big fence. You spend a lot of money on maintenance, and then you leave a little hole. So all the little foxes coming in, stealing your grapes.
Another great analogy.
Yeah. So what happened is, where is your losses? I'm asking the shift manager, where is your losses on this area? So they are assembling the body, the bones of the car there, and they have 8 spot welding machines. They are bottlenecks, and what happened is the main medium voltage cable that's coming from the ceiling down, like 8 meters, dropping down, and they operate that. They spot weld the car. If this cable break, it takes 45 minutes to change. That's a production loss, and it have to be done safely because it's medium voltage. So they couldn't detect it. They didn't know what to do about it. They tried to change all types of cables. They didn't work. So yes, it is a design failure into the system, but you could overcome it by condition monitoring. I grab up my thermal camera, start scanning the transformer, the cable, and then I found on one of the cable of the 8 machine, a green line is starting to break from the 2 sides and a spot in the middle. That means that the copper is becoming broken there, and it's not conducting. It's not hot. So I got the operator, got him this image, printed out for him on the wall. Okay, every shift you scan those cables at this area, and whenever you see this green line happening, report to maintenance. What happened? They change it in the breaks, in the lunch break, in the downtime in the plant, because it's working 24/7. And we took this failure that cost them 3 to 6 cars per month, depending on the weather. So it's warmer, it happens faster, to 0. Now we saved them 6 cars per month, and that paid for the whole condition monitoring program. They bought the set of equipment, the training, they started a department. But I told them, if you're gonna depend on 8 guys in this huge plant, you're gonna fail. You have to teach the operators, you have to teach the technicians to be your hawk eyes to see that is coming. I need to tell the maintenance guy, and then you will not be behind your backlog anymore. You don't have 1 million tasks to do. You only have a valuable 100 tasks to do, and then the rest is covered by your operation team who's already there by the machine. And that changed the culture totally in this manufacturing plant. And it is the number one plant in Egypt in market share. The cars are always available. I'm proud to help them over the years.
Do you own one of those cars?
Yeah.
Okay, you're not allowed to tell me what it is, but that's...
But yeah, I'm telling you, I own one of those cars, yeah.
Mina, thank you so much. Excellent.
Thank you, Alan.
You're a pleasure to interview.
Thank you very much. Okay.